It's that time of year again where NFTs are taking over. Right now, there's a $19 million bid on 101 Bored Ape Yacht Club NFTs. Since my first NFT video back in March, the space has been booming, with Visa buying an OG CryptoPunk for $150,000, to Steph Curry aping into a Bored Ape Yacht Club by buying one for $180,000, to a picture of a rock being sold for $1.3 million. If you're not a regular in this space, these would be some insane numbers. But that's just the tip of the iceberg, because today we'll be looking at all the projects and genres you need to know about, as well as some projects that I'll be keeping my eye out for. Hey, I'm Kevin, and on this channel, we talk strategies to help you along on a financial journey. If you love profile picture JPEGs, let me know by hitting that like button for the YouTube algorithm, and let's get started. So I'm gonna assume that you already know what an NFT is, but if you don't, check out my video that I made on that topic. But in short, it's basically a cryptocurrency or a token that is non-fungible, meaning it's unique and can never be destroyed or replicated. These usually represent something like an image, an asset, or maybe a membership that lets you have access into some club. With the whole NFT space moving so fast, since my video a few months ago, there's been so many more projects and genres that have popped up. With CryptoPunks still being basically the OG NFT, Visa bought into this project by buying a $150,000 CryptoPunk numbered 7610, with their head of crypto saying that we think NFTs will play an important role in the future of retail, social media, entertainment, and commerce, and that NFTs have the potential to become a powerful accelerator for the creator economy and lower the barrier to entry for individual creatives to earn a living through digital commerce. Then Budweiser also got into the NFT game by buying a Budweiser rocket from the Tom Sachs Factory NFTs. That said, I don't think we're quite at the peak of NFTs yet, but when that inevitably comes, then 99% of all NFTs are probably going to be worthless, and only the ones that have strong backing, community, team, and roadmap will continue to survive. And like I said in my previous video, I've been neck deep these past few months in researching crypto and NFTs, so let's go over some of the big NFT genres you need to know. First up, we have the also popular PFP projects, or the profile picture projects. These projects are where the NFTs are images and are called that way because people usually use these pictures as their profile picture on platforms like Twitter. Usually there's a few thousand of these, with the most popular being about 10,000, and is a random assortment of hundreds of different pieces. For example, a recently really hyped up project called Oniforce had an initial mint price of 0.0777 Ethereum, a pre-reveal price of less than 1 Ethereum, the floor price peaking at an amazing 8 Ethereum before coming back down to a floor price of 2 Ethereum. Now, all that might sound really foreign, so let's break that down. Minting is a process when people are buying into these projects and creating the NFT. Then people may flip this on the secondary market before it's even revealed what you actually get. Then a floor price means the absolute lowest price you have to pay for in order to buy into this project, no matter the rarity. Can I just say that it must be really sad to be this guy who sold the Oniforce project at a pre-reveal price of 0.5 ETH, but it turned out to be one of the most rare Oniforces, which was then sold for 85 Ethereum after the reveal. Ouch. Anyways, other popular projects in this space would probably be the Bored Ape Yacht Club. These have been all the rage lately, with the floor peaking at over 60 Ethereum and auctions right now bidding over $19 million on a group of 100 of these. Holders of these apes were also airdropped or given for free these serums that they can then combine with their base ape to create a new ape called the Mutant Ape Yacht Club. These people then keep their original ape and basically have a new ape which has a floor price right now of about 5 Ethereum. Just by having one of these apes gives you membership into the whole Bored Ape Yacht Club community, which will give you access to future airdrops or participation in things that they'll build in their roadmap. Other projects that I won't go too much into detail in this video because it'll take forever are the DegenApeAcademies on the Solana network, Atom Bomb Squad, Cool Cats, Koala Intelligence Agency, and so much more. Next, you have a huge growing genre, which would be NFTs in gaming. Axie Infinity is regarded as the first major play-to-earn model that is able to give people pretty significant income just by playing it. Someone in the Philippines actually was able to make enough money to buy 2 houses just from the in-game profits alone. This is kind of a card game where you can buy these Axies and put them to play in adventure mode or PvP and getting AXS and SLP in return, which is a currency that you can then swap for real money or other currencies in the crypto space too. Or you could also buy Axies and breed them together in hopes of getting more Axies and rare Axies that you can then sell off and make money. At its peak, so many people were making thousands of dollars every week just by doing this breeding tactic. I think gaming is such a perfect use case for NFTs, and it's only growing now. For years, people have already been paying real money into game ecosystems, but the things they buy in the game are worthless really because they can't trade them for money again. In the first half of 2021 alone, mobile gaming itself brought in $10 billion in revenue, and yet nearly none of these assets can be traded back for any form of money. With NFTs, all assets and currencies are yours to keep and no one can take it away from you. You can also trade and swap these for other cryptocurrencies, and they usually will appreciate or differ in price over time. So it could be somewhat an investment as well if you think the whole ecosystem and game will continue to grow over time. This allows anyone with an internet connection to participate, and especially in more developing nations, just this play-to-earn model can give them more income sometimes than their day jobs. The other couple projects I'm really looking out for right now are DeRace and ZedRun. These are 2 relatively new projects around horse racing where you can race, breed, and bet on horse racing in general, which is the same thing as what happens in real life right now. I think this genre is still early, but should pick up steam as the whole NFT gaming industry grows. Alright, so the other big NFT space right now would be art. Lots of artists, including amateur artists nowadays, have found their footing in the NFT space by selling their art in limited batches. From projects like art from Wes Henry to photos from the Black and White Nights collection, lots of artists are finding some life-changing money. Then there are generative art, which is art created by a program. Now, these may look easier than they are to make, but take some real skill because you need to make sure that every piece the program generates is a good-looking piece. And remember, because this is the blockchain, any program that you deployed to the blockchain will stay there forever and you can never change it. That means you need to be confident that when people are minting your project, which then executes the program, that the result of each of those pieces will be a good looking piece. One of the most famous collections in this space would be art blocks, which selectively curates projects from different artists. And as part of that collection, one of the most popular ones is called Fidenza by Tyler Hobbs, originally minted back in June. It's pretty amazing that these pieces are generated from code, and to an untrained eye, I wouldn't be surprised if I saw this in an actual museum. And I think the market agrees, because Fidenzas nowadays have a floor price of 220 Ethereum. That's like $900,000 in today's prices, with the highest end ones having been sold for up to 1,000 Ethereum, which is $4 million. I remember, this is a generative digital art piece. Then there's projects like Gen.art, where if you're a member, you have access to mint future projects by what they say renowned artists. Just the membership alone has given a huge return because they sold it at 0.1 Ethereum, but now is trading in the secondary market for 1.7 Ethereum floor. That's a 17x on your investment. Oh, and I also personally really like Crypto Cities and Axon Worlds because each piece has so much detail. And if there's a city that I really enjoy, I'll probably get it myself. So more recently, there's been a group of NFT archaeologists that have been trying to dig up projects that have been forgotten dating back to 2016, 2017, and 2018. Yes, CryptoPunks are probably the most well-known old project dating back to 2017. But there's actually a ton more around that time or even older that have more recently gotten popular. And this movement is fueled by people like Gary Vee, who's really into projects from that time as well. It's hard to believe, but projects like Ether Rock are now selling at over $1 million. Now, they could be geniuses or they could be out of their mind, but only time will tell, I guess. Then there's other projects like Curio Cards, Pixel Maps, and Pixarium that are more reasonably priced, but who knows if this historical NFT trend will continue to gain steam. Alright, so this next genre of NFTs is pretty interesting and really only started to take shape in the last week. These are really basic NFTs, which is like a blank slate with some text on it that was free to mint, but they're meant for the community to build on top of and interpret what's rare, what's good, and what to do with these going forward. This project is called Loot Project, that again was free to mint, but now have a floor of over 11 Ethereum. This one will be pretty interesting to follow because it just started, but there's a huge community behind it that's working around the clock to create projects revolving around this initial set of loot. I can definitely see this taking off due to the activity in the Discord and everything, and it's gotten so popular that there are other copy projects like Bloot, which is backed by a pretty big name in NFT space. So those are all the big genres that come to mind when thinking about the whole NFT space. But what about the future? Well, these are some of the projects that I'm keeping my eye out on. First, which may already be live by the time this video goes out, but that would be the Sevens, minting on September 7th. This is a project with almost 40,000 Twitter followers and has a crazy active Discord and reminds me of the Oniforce project that was really hyped up. The style of art and the anime style aesthetics also really contribute to a wide audience. It's gonna be pretty impossible to mint where everyone will be fighting for it, but I will probably be picking some up off the secondary market. With the pre-sale already over, the floor price for these pre-sale ones have already reached over 2 Ethereum. Next is the MekaVerse. Now, this was only teased just a while ago, but has gained over 50,000 Twitter followers, and I can see why from the art. They seem like Gundam-inspired NFTs and have really high quality, so it's going to be interesting to see once they release more details on the roadmap or the mint details. Speaking of quality, I'm also looking at Galaxy eggs. I don't know why, but the attention to detail and the quality of this art piece, it looks so good that I'll probably get into myself. Finally, I'm looking at the Akira project, which is a project by the RTFKT studios. They already have a ton of NFTs on the market at insanely high prices, and the leaks they've come out with are really detailed and really high quality. Then finally, ecosystem wise, I'll probably be extending my research into the Solana and Cardano ecosystems because Ethereum has gotten so popular where gas is like $100 each smart contract you try and execute. With Ethereum 2.0, which is meant to fix this issue, be so far into the future, I think in the meantime, these other ecosystems will continue to gain steam. Solana already spiked, but I don't think Cardano has really spiked yet, especially with the smart contracts right around the corner. You also don't want to take your eyes off of the whole crypto space too, because NFTs is just one piece of the entire ecosystem, and there's so much more out there. Anyways, I really hope you enjoy roundups like this, because it takes a ton of research and digging to come up with and find all these projects. Honestly, I really enjoy this space, and it doesn't feel like work when I'm digging into and exploring all these projects, and I'm really interested to see what comes next. If anything, I just wish I had more capital to put into this whole space. With that said, if you enjoy crypto content like this, let me know down in the comments, and if I've skipped any projects or genres, let me know down there as well. Remember, don't put in money that you can't afford to lose, and as always, invest safe and see you in the next one.